Tonight, from FedExField in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Washington football team taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedExField. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. Returning it, John Ross. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Jones. Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs, It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, what he lacks in big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And shutting him off, now open field. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Curtis Samuel exhibited a lot of versatility for 4 years in Carolina. Now in his first year with Washington, expect this football team to try and put the ball in his hands a variety of ways.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Humphreys. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Fitzpatrick.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fitzpatrick. It's caught. Humphreys. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
We're scoreless after 1. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone, but sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And now here's Ross. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
They're making the stop. Jonathan Bostic, leading tackler for Washington last year.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now it's Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 30, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Ross to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
And does Washington have it? They do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington first.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Fitzpatrick again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Come on, dog!
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. He's got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Fitzpatrick now. The quick slant caught. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And now here's Ross.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. A short throw to Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 3rd down gain of 19. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here's Antonio Gibson. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Adam Humphries spent 4 years in Tampa and 2 in Tennessee. Knows how to operate out of the slot and find his way open downfield. Makes a good catch there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Darnay Holmes able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath versus do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Barkley not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's a give to Barkley.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's got room. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
A carry for Gibson.
A strong running. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11 now.
Let's go, D. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got 4. We got 4.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a 1st down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
In possession, switching back to the New York Giants.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man, Slayton.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton.
45 yards.
And the Giants are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedExField.